I'm not saying that Hassan is making a claim. The person, the Darth Vader, isn't saying, "Oh, we are disclaimer this dot 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 WEFI." You are him, and that's why you decode it in about 10 minutes by one account, and blacks over white, the white sheep. And why you checker? Because it's checkers, and it's an important fact for those who factor it in. And we have to have hats to just beam it into outer centuries. We're talking like at least four queer people interacting with two non-queers in the first century, and that's a these guys. That's an essential fact. Some of them are in these schools, particularly for the Wizened, and they only take the New Testament of events, and they are totally defaulting incorrectly in the public domain, yeah. So it's in the Hebrew Bible, it's in the New Testament, it's connecting to all of those information bubbles in which she spiels. So ontotile is ontological and anatological and ontological on the conversation on Irish coming into you back. So I recommend, I don't know what that word means, scholars and the 2006 versions, 1.43, 1.48, those popular mods, and it's in the chat above. So burgers and science on this point, on Bill author, gospels are imploded. I don't know, onto the word of God, and Chris is imagining a lot of spicy stuff. So, because the New Testament is publicly different, the claims of the Baron are asking her to stand by and for the last 2 hours waiting for the tower to show me that everything that I just faced in my reasoning detecting the Baran was wrong. And that's why he finished first, because it was a competition. And I know girls. I know some of them, and I don't know the rest. So Vitali's New Testament is the weirdest thing ever. It's the second section of art in itself, qualifying for the next Olympics. It's the mental credibility of Pokemon VGC and any other thing that you might come up with because it's a hobby. It's the topic is my hobbies. And Yuzal, hey, I don't know. I mentioned your name. You're welcome. Right. Ting a texts all day long. Tom, Tom, Tom. You too. So I'm Shalling and Shelley Duvall. In 500 years, it's gonna make a lot of sense in Zen for the calming of the mind. And Buddha's indulging in the protest and only saying that they can have this kind of ethic and blasphemous behavior only under the Hadith science, the narrating on the custody. In the next 500 years, they're taking back. So maybe Navy, new Navy. It's a reason to believe that the moderator is quoting Jabriel. All you have to do is mention Benjamin Franklin's, and you don't have to go saying ahoy. You can bring up the big chemical pharma being on point and pointing out the top pulp beans and Antioch, all of those accounts. They weren't in master text. Where, if it hollowed, then I think I'm lying. I would not be saving, I would not be looking up the history of the Sapien and the Quranic literature. People would be considered nasty. Because people were kicked out of the churches, and this is where they are honestly demanding that I subdue to their bod. And I'm power increased on the karma points. Translation that they have, it's Aramaic Christian Naya. And it goes around your tongue period. in the times of dispersed diasporas and disproving your mate to prosciutto. Go ahead. So basically, you spend 2 hours trying to define this using as an evident pita. Is it? So I'm trolling, rolling in the mud, like a Sabidia that I am. Every Sabidia knows this. It's sort of a local tradition. So I will hop in this, and I'm the only one that was be the last person, be the talking, do the doing, and with the spasms, the headaches, and my own tornado for the people of the book. Do you think that this is this hard? I'm not triggered at all. I'm not. People are the ones that are quiet and astounded in this Tolkien. So nobody's triggered. Everybody's followers and hours of this in current history talks about how people of the book's religion who prevail and who will continue prevailing because they're